I have a message that's been pretty heavy on my heart that I feel like I need to get the fuck out of me. And the message from Spirit, God, the universe, creator, higher power, the essence, whatever you believe in, is that you need to let shit crumble. You need to, I feel like right now is a really strong tower moment for a lot of people in their lives, myself included. And I think that a lot of us, it's tough because we want to hang on to these foundations that we have built, because we have put great immense effort into building these foundations. Some of these foundations are resilient and so much was built off of them. They were structurally sound. We relied upon these foundations. And what Spirit wants you to know right now is that in order for you to build up a new structure, a new tower, a new building, a new life, you have to acknowledge and look at what your current one is over here. And not only that, hold appreciation for where it got you to where you are at today, because you would not be where you're at today without this. So we hold that with great reverence and honor and gratitude in our hearts. But it's important that we tear the shit to the ground. And that's fucking scary because we want to hold on to it. And we might be like, okay, well, I'll get rid of this and this and this and this, like in this brick, in this window, in this brick. But I'm going to keep this and this because like these ones are special to me, you know? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. If you approach it like that, you're going to get a little thing here, a little thing there, a little, you know, a little something, something. And your life's going to remain like primarily the same. So for you, someone who is trying to manifest a different life, trying to build an entirely different existence that you are worthy of, that you dream of, that you resonate with, that you have every capability to do within you already, right now, currently, just so you know, you need to tear all of this to the ground. I'm hearing burn it down. Burn that shit down. Burn it all. Tear it down, burn it down after you hold space for it, right? And never forget. That's the thing, is like, we don't need to forget where we came from. We don't need to shit on where we came from. We can acknowledge these things because these things shape us into who we are. But in order to start building a new foundation and going up from there, we need new grounds. Like, we need it to come down. We need a fresh start. We need a clean slate. So I feel like this could be manifesting as a, like I said earlier, a tower moment. My brain's thinking of two towers right now, but really it's the same tower. It should be right here. That's what I should have done, is I should have had the tower right here, because the tower is right here where you are. And it's like you have one spot where you can build this, where you're building your life, right? You only live once, they say. YOLO. I grew up in the era of YOLO. I can't believe that. Oh my God. But it's really this bittersweet energy. And I feel this like kind of heaviness a little bit when it comes to tearing that shit down, because we're attached. I'm attached to mine, you're attached to yours, and we get stubborn in our ways of thinking, in our ways of being, in our ways of existing, in our habits, and we have to approach building something anew with a sense of openness and with a sense of gratitude for where we came from, with a sense of detachment. And that is because we are working on toward our goals of the what. what the building is going to look like, what the tower is going to look like, what our life is going to look like. And we learn about this throughout our lives, and we know, you know in your intuition certain things that are meant for you and certain things that are not. I feel like a lot of people who are receiving this message might be the odd one out in their family. And I think that there's a lot of lessons around being different. You might feel like a lone wolf or a black sheep. And that journey at times can feel lonesome. It can feel definitely like the road less traveled. It can feel like, man, it would just be fucking easier if I just did what everyone else did. It would be easier if I didn't know this shit. It would be easier if I just lived a simple life and I didn't need to go through, this inner work and all these lessons that I'm going through. But it's kind of like once you see certain things, you cannot unsee them. And it's a bittersweet thing. It is. I think, I'm biased, but I think it's more sweet than it is bitter. But I'm just acknowledging that there are aspects that can kind of feel like, if only, this, then it would be a little bit easier for those kinds of pieces. But what's also really cool about this and what's really special about you is that you're not like everyone else. You're not. And what a fucking blessing, because to be normal in today's, societal, cultural, landscape, in my opinion, is not a compliment. So I think to be abnormal is a beautiful gift. And I think that you should, look at the bright side and thank your heart for that, because what a fucking blessing to not be normal in today's day and age. I am so hyped for you. The cookie cutter shit doesn't work for you. By the book shit doesn't work for you. Taking someone else's path isn't gonna work for you. You need to blaze that shit on your own. And part of that means channeling your gifts and getting more in touch with your intuition, because your intuition connects you to source energy, and that is so powerful. We all have that within us. So honing in on that, nurturing that, trusting that, knowing that you have a piece of God within you and that you are connected to the divine. Knowing that you have everything within you that you already need to build up this new tower already. You already have it. All the skills are transferable, when you're in a job interview and you're interviewing for something in a new field and you haven't worked in that before, and they're like, oh, what about this? And you're like, well, I don't have experience in that yet, but I do have these transferable skills. Hey, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have transferable skills that you have applied and used in examples elsewhere that you will be able to apply and use in building up your dream life. And what a blessing, what a blessing for that. You were connected to God, you were connected to the divine. Everything that gets created in the physical manifestation of reality first starts in the mind. It starts in the thoughts. It starts in the imagination. Neville Goddard talks about this. Albert Einstein. Think about inventors. Think about filmmakers. Think about music. Think about all these different types of creation that we have. Civil engineering, all sorts of stuff. There's so many beautiful things in our everyday life that are physical, objects and things that would have never existed if someone had not started first in their mind. So let this be a lovely reminder for you that you have the power within you. You have everything that you need in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your soul to tear this shit down to the ground and build up the new shit that is aligned for you. That is the life that you are meant to live. And I am so excited for you. Nothing can be built up if there's not space to do so. So we need to tear that shit down before we can build up. So that is the message today. Thank you so, so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. I wish you luck on your journey, and I send you my love. Until next time.